This is a shorted board, as you can see, no power. The board is powered but nothing here. So let's troubleshoot it until we find the short circuit. I will teach you how to find the short circuit here just in seconds, without the thermal camera, without the voltage injector. So if you focus here, we have coils everywhere in the board, and of course each coil means a circuit. Here we have the charge circuit next to the battery connector. Here we have this coil. CPU circuit, we have two coils. PCH circuit, we have coils here. VCCP, we have coil. We have the coil for the RAM and for 3 volt, 5 volt. So every circuit has a coil. And we know that the coil is always in the power rail, never connected to the ground. So we're gonna use these coils to detect the shorted circuit just in a second. So let me put the black probe in the ground and make sure you select the continuity mode, as you can see here in the multimeter. So let's begin with this coil over here, the charge circuit. Okay, no short. This coil here, no short. This one. Okay, 9.7 normal. It's normal for PCH. Always the coils near PCH as CPU, you will get a low reading. This one here, 3.6. Okay, it's normal. This one. Oh, this one is not normal. Here could be the short, could be here, but no problem. Let's check other coils. 14, this is no problem. This is for VCCP. Let's check the 3 volt, 5 volt circuit. 5 volt circuit, no short. 3.3 volt. This could be a short, because here normally we should get a very high reading or open loop. Here also could be shorted. Let's check the RAM circuit. This is good. So we have two circuits here with a very low reading. The CPU circuit, very low, and we have a very low reading because this is a 3.3 volt. Means for me the short is here. This circuit is what caused this low reading here. Okay, so I have to troubleshoot the 3 volt, 5 volt circuit. In every channel you will find coil, MOSFET, ceramic capacitors, but this channel is shorted. This channel is shorted. So I'm going to focus on this channel. So to understand 100%, I will draw for you the schematic. Always we have the IC. So we have here 3.3 volts in this side and 5 volts in this side. Okay, we find always here two MOSFETs. So basically here the drain of this MOSFET connected to ceramic capacitors, filtering ceramic capacitors, exactly as we have here. Do you see these three capacitors are the same as those and connected to the ground? Here basically we have B plus, and then the source of this one is connected to the drain of this one here. This is the lower MOSFET, and then the source of the lower MOSFET connected to the ground. Here of course we have the control signal. This IC is what control these two MOSFETs. And of course in the output here we have coil, and we find other capacitors, basically polarized capacitor. It could be tantalum capacitor or electrolytic capacitor, and then we will get this voltage. But here we have a short in this side for 3.3 volts. So the short, basically we have to focus on components that are connected to the ground, like this MOSFET, the lower MOSFET, this capacitor here, and also those capacitors over here, and also of course the IC. The IC also is connected to the ground. In the motherboard, these three capacitors that are connected to the ground are those here. The lower MOSFET, one of this, we will identify which one is the lower MOSFET. The IC in the back of the motherboard. we have the IC over here. This IC also could be shorted because it is connected to the ground, as you can see here. So please stay tuned. In the part 3, I'm going to troubleshoot this circuit here in the motherboard until we find a shorted component. You got to understand smart techniques to spot the shorted component very fast, without the voltage injector, without the thermal camera, just using the multimeter and the knowledge I will give you. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. And for anyone who wants to accelerate learning, you can check my Patreon page for more unique content.